Hello aspirants, welcome to Ethical Animal course. This is class 1 of Ethical Animal course. In this course, we are going to deal with entire ethics, that is section A, theory part and case studies. First, we'll deal with section A and then we'll have nearly 10 classes for case studies. And if we see in this course, focus will be mostly on answer writing. See, ethics is nothing but ethics is 70% answer writing and 30% knowledge. Yes. See, in other GS subjects also answer writing plays a very important role. But in ethics, it is most important. So the course will focus on answer writing. So I will be teaching you how to read question, how to interpret the question, and how to address each parts of the question. So for that, I will be using PYQs. I'll be using PYQs and I'll be discussing PYQs in the class. In every class, I'll be discussing at least one question on how to write, how to interpret answers, etc. So, and apart from that, you will be having notes. So, I'll be providing you handwritten notes of entire section A and case studies also. And in fact, I'll be discussing classes through the notes only. See, normal traditional coaching method is what they teach and they dictate you the notes. So, my style of teaching is like I will explain you the concepts and I will discuss each and everything given in the notes. So, this notes will act as your primary source for ethics preparation. So, this is handwritten notes. I will be showing you the notes. So, if you are watching this video on YouTube channel, you can buy the notes by clicking on the link given in the description. And if you are watching it under my website, then you can go to the home page of the website. There you can buy the notes. So this notes is going to be your primary source. And one thing is, see, you buy the notes and get it print out and make sure you have the notes with you while watching the classes. Watch the classes with handwritten notes in your hand so that you understand the concepts easily. And after the class is over, revise the class notes for say 30 minutes or 20 minutes. So by that, you will be doing. Then we'll be discussing all the PYQs. And in notes, maybe you will have model answers of the PYQs. Not only you will have model answers, but in class, we will be discussing PYQs of each and every topic we will be discussing. So in total, this course will be one-stop solution for your ethics paper. Once you watch all the classes and you have the notes with you, then you can do entire ethics from this course. Okay, so watch one or two classes or classes regularly with the notes in your hand, then revise these notes so you will be your ethics will be done. We'll cover everything from basics, and trust me, ethics is one of the easiest papers. And unlike other GS papers, in ethics, you can score like more than 120 marks if you write answers well. In fact, in some years, the scores of ethics papers have gone to 150 plus also. So unlike GS papers में highest ranges from 110, 90s वगैरह में average marks आता है. And ethics, if you write well, you can score really good marks. In fact, ethics and essay. And in essay also, ethics paper ka knowledge will help you immensely. So that is brief about the course, and this course is going to be a paid course. Okay, if you are watching this video on the YouTube, then you can click on the link given in the description and then you can buy the course. And trust me, the price of the course is very less compared to the traditional coachings. And compared to the traditional coachings, my method of teaching, my approach towards paper is also very different. So you will get immense benefits from the course. So That's it. So let's start with the class one. See, I don't want to waste even 1 minute of your time in the class. So most of you must be giving mains also. So your time is very valuable. So let's start with the first thing. See, in every class, I will be taking you through the syllabus and we will discuss everything from the syllabus. So see, here in the first class, we will discuss about ethics and human interface, essence, determination, and consequences of ethics in human actions. See, in fact, in this class, we won't be discussing this. In this class, we will be discussing about basics. That is, what is ethics, ethics ka definition, and what is morals, and what are values, and connection between them. We will try to understand these things, and we will go from basics. हर एक चीज एक शब्द उनका डिफरेंस क्या है, we will try to understand. So let's go to the notes and then we'll start the class. See, this is the notes of ethics. See, this is 482 pages, and don't take it कि 482 pages से बड़ा notes होगा and etc. Because see, this is handwritten notes and I prepared these notes in a well organized manner. So अगर printed notes में लेगा तो it would be nearly 150 pages का print हो जाएगा. हैंड रिटन नोट से गैप दिया हुआ है, अच्छे से चीजें एक्सप्लेन किया हुआ, एंड इट इज वेरी इजी फॉर यू टू रीड ऑल्सो. इवन इफ यू वांट टू रीड इट, इट वोंट टेक मच टाइम. सो 482 पेजेस का नोट्स है एंड दिस इज सेक्शन ए. केस स्टडीज का सेपरेट नोट्स है. ठीक है. सो एंड वी विल बी डिस्कसिंग everything given in the notes, each and every word. And my approach towards classes is what? You buy the notes and get it print out and then have the notes in your hand and watch the classes. Okay. So this is the entire notes of 472 pages. So let's start with the first topic. See, first topic is, see, ethics and human interface. See, in every topic I discuss the questions given in UPSC exam from the topic. See, from ethics and human interface, essence, determinants, and consequences of ethics in human actions, the questions asked from this topic are in 2013, one question. See, each question is of 10 marks in ethics, right? So in 2013, 10-mark question is asked, that is, what do you understand by values and ethics? In what way is it important to be ethical along with being professionally competent? ठीक है. This is the question. Let's understand कि किस तरीके से questions हो रहा है. That's why we'll go through the questions first. Then in 2013, one question is asked. Some people feel that values keep changing with time and situation, while others strongly believe that there are certain universal and eternal human values. Again, question is on values. Give your perception in this regard with due justification. Okay. Whether values are universal or not, that is the question. And again, in 2014, there is a question, that is, what does ethics seek to promote in human life? Why it is all more important in public administration? Again, question is related to ethics, and ethics का importance क्या है ह्यूमन लाइफ में एंड पब्लिक एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन में एक और ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट है. देन इन 2015 देयर इज अ क्वेश्चन रिलेटेड टू व्हाट इज मेंट बाय एनवायरमेंट एथिक्स, व्हाई इट इज important to study, discuss one environmental issue from the viewpoint of environmental ethics. Then in 2015 there is a question, that is, differentiate between law and ethics, ethical management and management of ethics, then personal ethics and professional ethics. इनका differentiate between the following. ठीक है, इनका differences 2015. So ये 10 marks का question है. So each question would be carrying 3 marks like that. And then see, example, 4 questions are given, so 2.5 marks each. Then in 2015, one more question is there, that is, mere complaints with the law is not enough. The public servant also has to have a well-developed sensibility to ethical issues for effective discharge of duties. Do you agree? Then explain with the help of 2 examples where an act is legally, ethically right, but not legally, and an act is legally right, but not ethically. again we'll be discussing all these things. Ethics क्या होता है, legal and law and ethics के बीच में relation etc. Then in 2015 there is one more question, that is social values are more important than economic values. So now the question is values ka, and it is talking about different type of values, that is social values and economic values. Discuss the above statement with examples in the context of inclusive growth of a nation. Then in 2016, explain how ethics contributes to social and human well-being. See, if you see here, what does ethics seeks to promote in human life? See, again similar type of question, ethics contributes to social well-being and human well-being. We'll be discussing these questions also. Then next is law and ethics are considered to be two tools for controlling human conduct so as to make it conducive for civilized social existence. Discuss how they achieve this objective. Giving examples show how the two differ in their approach. So this is again question on law and ethics 2016. Then in 2017 there is a question, that is without commonly shared and widely entrenched moral values and obligations, neither law nor democratic government nor even market economy will function properly. What do you understand by the statement? Explain with illustration in the contemporary times. Again this question is similar to the question asked in 2015, that is, see, mere compliance with the law is not enough. Public servant must have well-developed sensibility to ethical issues. Similar type of question. So once we do the topic, you will understand all these questions properly. So first, let's understand key questions kaise de raha hai. Then the crisis of ethical values in modern times is traced to narrow perception of good life. By crisis of ethical values in modern times, traced to narrow perception of good life. Then in 2020, there is a question, that is discuss role of ethics and values in enhancing the following three major components of comprehensive national power, that is human capital, soft power and social harmony. Okay, role of ethics and values in enhancing human capital of a nation, soft power of a nation and social harmony. Then in 2020 there is a question, that is distinguish between laws and rules. By laws and rules का differentiate करना है. Discuss the role of ethics in formulating them. Role of ethics in formulating laws and rules. Then in 2020 there is a question, that is the current internet expansion has instilled a different set of cultural values which are often in conflict with traditional values. By current internet expansion has instilled different set of cultural values which are often in conflict with traditional values. Then it is believed that adherence to ethics in human actions would ensure in smooth functioning of an organization. In 2022 there is a question like adherence to ethics in human actions would ensure smooth functioning of an organization. Again importance of ethics. So what does ethics seeks to promote in human life? How ethical values assist in resolution of conflicts faced by him in day-to-day functioning. Again this is one question. Then in 2022 there is a question, that is what does each of the following quotations mean to you? That is ethics is knowing the difference between what you have right to do and what is right to do. Ethics is knowing the difference between what you have right to do and what is right to do. See, this is quotation based, asked in 2022. So these are the questions asked from the first topic of syllabus. So with this, now let's understand the basics, right? So okay, let's understand the basics. So this is, see, first we discussed in the notes, we discussed about definitions of ethics, right? Definitions of ethics, morals and values, right? So morals. So now let's understand what is morals. Okay, morals. ठीक है, बेसिक्स. morals क्या होता है? ethics and what is laws or law. These things we keep on seeing in the questions. In questions also we are seeing morals क्या है, ethics क्या है, law क्या है, उनका relation क्या है. See, morals is individual centric. So morals means, see, most of the times I see students using morals and ethics interchangingly, but they are different. भाई different है तभी तो ethics and morals ethics दो words है, ठीक है. So morals is what? Individual centric. So that is, individual centric means, see, morals is like the set of principles which an individual thinks is right or wrong, or set of principles which help an individual in deciding what is right or wrong as per him. So morals को समझने के लिए let's understand an example. So see, there is person ये who thinks drinking alcohol is not right. So that is morals of an individual. So if he thinks he is drinking alcohol is not right or immoral, right? So he doesn't drink, okay. And say B thinks drinking alcohol is normal, drinking alcohol is right, so he drinks. So that is morals are individual. So every person have their own morals. So there are number of persons, right? So A, B, C, D. So you are also a person, so you have different set of morals. Your friend has different set of morals, your father has different set of morals, and your mother, your siblings, each one have different morals. So based on their knowledge, based on their experiences, based on their upbringing, so everyone thinks this is right, this is wrong, right? So that is called morals. So morals are individual centric, that is every person have their own set of morals, ठीक है. On the other hand, ethics is society. Ethics is society. अब society क्या होता है? See, society is group of individuals. अब society, what ethics is set of principles framed by the society on itself. Society खुद पे कुछ principles लगाया, कुछ principles सोचा, based on which it decides what is right and what is wrong. So say example, same alcohol का example लेते हैं. So see, if we see Indian society is largely, Indian ethics is what? Alcohol is bad for consumption. Indian society generally, Indian society में overall, even if there are students who are drinking alcohol, but they are not drinking in front of their parents. So because Indian society का ethics thinks drinking alcohol is bad. On the other hand, if you see Western society, drinking alcohol is normal. It's a way of life for them. Like in Europe, drinking alcohol is normal. Everyone drinks beer, etc. So ethics is what society thinks is right or wrong. That is ethics. ठीक है. एंड हो सकता है कि सोसाइटी इज व्हाट? ग्रुप ऑफ पीपल. हो सकता है कि इन इंडिया ऑल्सो इन विलेज areas drinking alcohol is considered unethical because the society considers it as unethical. On the other hand, हो सकता है कि in areas like South Delhi and South Bombay, where generally in urban areas also drinking alcohol is not considered bad. So it is ethics. Whenever we talk about ethics, we talk about ethics of society. Society is group of individuals, right? And whenever we talk about morals, we talk about individual, right? What individual thinks is right or wrong, that is morals. What society thinks is right or wrong, that is ethics. So ethics of society and morals of individual. So morality of Gandhi, morality of Raja Ram Mohan Rai, morality of, say, you have morals, and you being a part of society has ethics. So whenever we talk about society level, we talk about ethics, whenever we talk about individual level, we talk about morals. So every person will have their own morals and every society will have their own ethics. Okay. Now comes to the law. Law is what? Minimum set of ethical standards. Ethical standards. Minimum set of ethical standards that society places upon itself through elected government. See, government forms through government or through legislature. If you see, laws are what? Laws are nothing but मिनिमम एथिकल स्टैंडर्ड्स है जो सोसाइटी सही करती है उसको एक कोडिफाइड फॉर्म में लॉ बनाती है बाय द गवर्नमेंट और लेजिस्लेचर दैट इज लॉ ठीक है नाउ लेट्स अंडरस्टैंड विथ वन मोर एग्जांपल दैट इज द कनेक्शन बिटवीन मोरल्स ethics and society see Raja Ram Mohan Roy, let's take Raja Ram Mohan Roy. See, he considered sati as immoral. See, first he considered society as immoral based on his own logic, his own knowledge and his own rationality. ठीक है, सोसाइटी को इमोरल कंसिडर किया. ठीक है, उससे पहले तक एवरीवन हैज एक्सेप्टेड सती. इनफैक्ट वुमेन देमसेल्व्स आर गिविंग देयर लाइफ, राइट. सो राजा राम मोहन राय ने देखा कि सती इज इमोरल. सो now he started convincing other people. He started convincing A, he started convincing B, he started convincing C, he started convincing D, so on. So they also slowly, first A is considering sati as normal, ठीक है, then B is considering sati as normal. That means sati is moral for them, sati is right for them, sati is right for them. But once Raja Ram Mohan Rai started convincing them, they also considered sati as immoral. So once all the people, majority of the people in the society are considering sati as immoral, then ethics come in. So he considered, he सबको कन्विंस किया that society, that sati is immoral. Then sati became ethics. So anti sati or against sati. So sati became unethical. So connection between is, so once we have morals, so from morals, so we get to ethics. And once society में सब लोग कन्विंस किया, then they started convincing the government, British government. Then British government brought a law against anti sati. सती को abolish किया, ठीक है, abolition of sati. So law आ गया. So we got to law. So what we mean to say is, see, morals become ethics and ethics become laws. So morals, see, Raja Ram Mohan Roy का morals, ठीक है, he tried to convince others and once he convinced majority of the society members, then they becomes ethics because morals is individual, ठीक है, ethics is societal and laws is formed by the government based on ethics. Laws are nothing but minimum ethical standards. So this is the thing. So morals, ethics and laws. So this is second example, and let's see one more example. That is, the third example is with respect to homosexuality. ठीक है, see, first homosexuality is considered as immoral. Each individual considered homosexuality as immoral. Then few enlightened members, few rational members or few respected members of the society, they started talking in support of homosexuality. They started talking homosexuality as natural. They started talking by, if they are practicing homosexuality on their own, what is wrong? They have right over their bodies, right? So it is natural and it is rational. and it is logical. We must respect the rights of people who are homosexual. So homosexuality became morals of those individuals, right? Homosexuality became morals of those individuals. So then they started convincing others also. They started convincing X, they started convincing Y, they started convincing Z, they started convincing A, so on. So when these people also thinking, yes, the homosexual people also have rights, it is natural, it is practiced in animals also, etc., etc. Through various studies, once they started proving, then it became ethics. It became ethics of the society. So society also started convincing that they have rights. So society had started with individual morals, then society, then comes with the law, where Supreme Court has strike down the section 377, and government also accepted it. So when society is convinced and when government is also making laws, then it becomes law. So this is the connection between morals, ethics, and laws. So individual, society, and government making minimum ethical standards. So this is the basic, right? Now let's understand the definitions of ethics. Okay. So this is the definition, right? So see, if you see definitions, there is no need to mug up definitions as it is. You just need to have basic understanding, then you can write definitions in your own language. ठीक है, ऐसा कि ऐसा definition रटने की कोई, because see, ethics is what art subject. In arts there is no fixed definition, fixed universal definition of ethics यही है. अब देखो, ये ethics का एक definition है, ये दूसरा definition है, they both are different. So once you understand the basics clearly, then you can write definitions in your own sense. So now the definition of ethics is a set of principles that society. So whenever we talk about ethics, we talk about society. So ethics is set of principles that a society places upon itself, places upon society. So set of principles that a society places on society itself to decide rightness or wrongness of an action. To decide rightness or wrongness of an action. So ethics is set of principles that a society places upon itself to decide rightness or wrongness of an action. Basically ethics क्या है भाई, society ने कुछ principles set किया to decide whether an action is right or wrong. So based on those principles, you decide an action is right or wrong. So you see, respecting elders is ethics of Indian society. Okay. Right. So that is set of principles. In fact, if you see, consumption of alcohol is wrong as per Indian society. So set of principles that a society places upon itself, खुद के ऊपर society रखा to decide rightness or wrongness of an action. अगर उस set of principle पे against आपने काम किया, so you have done wrong. अगर उस set of principle के support में काम किया, you have done right. So ethics is what? Set of principles that a society places upon itself to decide rightness or wrongness of an action. To decide rightness or wrongness of an action. So that is ethics. Then second definition is ethics is a set of principles that a society places upon itself to guide its choices, actions, and behavior. So ethics is set of principles that a society places upon itself to guide its choices, actions, and behavior. See, one more thing. See, one of the main thing with ethics or morals is they guide ethics and morals they guide our behavior. By respecting elders is ethical in Indian society. So our behavior is we respect elders, उनका पैर छूना, and respect and guide our behavior and our actions. बड़े कुछ बोलेंगे तो करेंगे, नीचे जाके कुछ सामान लेके आने के लिए तो करेंगे, विल डू एक्शंस एंड आवर चॉइसेस, आवर चॉइसेस, आवर चॉइसेस इज आल्सो बेस्ड ऑन आवर एथिक्स। भाई किससे शादी करना है, इंटरकास्ट मैरिज इज इन रूरल एरियाज में अनएथिकल है, सो आवर चॉइसेस, सो सेम कास्ट का लड़की या लड़के से शादी करने के लिए कोशिश करना, सो आवर चॉइसेस, इनफैक्ट आवर फूड हैबिट्स, सी ईटिंग, सी इन इंडिया especially in few areas, see, non-veg is non-veg, eating non-veg food is considered as unethical, unethical, right? Eating non-veg food is considered as unethical. So once we consider it as unethical, so our choices of food so is derived based on what is right and what is, so set of principles है भाई society कुछ, जैसे if you go to South India, eating non-veg is common, right? And if you go to some places like Rajasthan, North India, etc., so non-veg, eating non-veg is considered as unethical. And if you go to Japan, everyone eats non-veg. If you go to Western society, everyone eats non-veg. Their major source of food is non-veg. So based on our ethics, or based on our own set of principles that society places upon itself to guide its choices, by किस तरीके का choice about our food, choice about the partner, the community of the partner, and choices about actions, our actions and our behavior, all these are guided by our ethics. So ethics, so definition is, ethics is, so this is, ethics is set of principles that a society places upon itself to guide its choices, actions and behavior, to guide its choices, actions and behavior. So that is ethics. So whenever we talk about ethics, we talk about society. So now let's discuss the definition of morals. So morals is set of principles that an individual, so whenever we talk about morals, we talk about individual, that an individual places upon himself or herself to decide rightness or wrongness of an action. So if person considers drinking alcohol is immoral, so he considered it as wrong. He considers drinking alcohol is as wrong. If a person considers eating non-vegetarian food is immoral, so based on that he decides rightness or wrongness of an action. Okay. Then another thing, morals is set of principles that an individual places upon himself or herself to guide choices, actions and behavior, to guide his or her own choices. See, if a person considers eating non-vegetarian is immoral, so his choice of food, he eats veg. Whenever he goes to a restaurant, he goes to vegetarian restaurant. His actions, if he is vegetarian, so he can consider marrying someone who is also vegetarian, हो सकता है. And their behavior, if someone is eating non-veg food, then his behavior, he can go away from them while eating food, or he doesn't share same plates with them. So behavior, choices and actions are based on our own morals. And इसमें कोई गलत सही नॉनवेज खा रहा है तो गलत सही कुछ नहीं है, ठीक है. इट्स ऑल देयर morals. एंड morals और ethics वगैरह कहां से बनता है, बेस्ड ऑन, morals and ethics and values, morals, ethics, values कुछ भी है, ये कहां से बनता है, बेस्ड ऑन our circumstances, based on our circumstances, based on our knowledge, based on our thinking. ठीक है. इन सब पे भाई you are born in Japan, or say you are born in Western European countries, so you are more likely to eat non-veg food. So based on our circumstances, based on our history, based on our culture, right, based on our history, based on our family, based on our culture, so all these define what is moral, what is ethical and what we are valued. So values भी हम देखते हैं इसी क्लास में. So all these determine our morals, our ethics and our values. Okay, so that is morals and ethics. Okay, and we also discussed the link between morals, ethics and laws, right? So now let's do the next thing. So now let's discuss differences between morals and ethics. Difference between morals and ethics. So here morals is a set of principles or standards that an individual places upon himself or herself to guide its choices, actions, and behaviors. We have already seen. So basically, we are discussing the definition of morals, and ethics is set of principles. Ethics is set of principles, set of principles or standards that a society places upon itself to guide its choices, actions, and behavior. So these are the differences between ethics and morals. So ethics, morals ka definition and ethics ka definition, right? We have already discussed. Then morals is a set of do's and don'ts that govern human conduct in personal life. Personal life. So morals deal about individual level and they deals about do's and don'ts in his personal life. By मेरे को दारू पीना immoral लगता है, so I don't drink alcohol. So I think eating non-vegetarian food is not right, so I don't eat non-vegetarian food. So set of do's and don'ts that govern human conduct in his or her own personal life, that is morals. And ethics are set of do's and don'ts that govern human conduct in social setting. In social setting, ठीक है, social setting में ethics will conduct. So if there is a society so which drinks alcohol, drinking alcohol is not bad for that. So in social setting, so you will also end up drinking alcohol. So then morals vary from person to person. We have already discussed. So morals are individual centric. Every individual have their own set of morals, right? If you might be drinking alcohol, your friend might not be drinking alcohol. So morals vary from person to person. So this is live in relationship before marriage, you might consider it as right, so there might be one of your friend who might consider it as wrong. So that is morals varies from person to person, and ethics vary from society to society. So we have already discussed. So consumption of alcohol is unethical in India and alcohol consumption is ethical in Western society. So ethics vary from society to society. Society can be Western society, Indian society. In Indian society also, so in South Delhi, they have different ethics, or in rural areas of India, they have different ethics. So varies from society to society. Then morals are personal in nature. Yeah, every individual have their own set of morals. They are very personal in nature, and ethics are social or customary in nature, because see, they are carried from society to society through history, right? So in village ethics, so your society, they are customary, they transferred from one generation to next generation. So ethics are social or customary in nature. Customary means like customs, they are transferred from one generation to another generation. Then morals are guided by individual choice, and they lack objectivity. Individual choice and they lack objectivity. With new knowledge, morals of individual may change over time. ठीक है, so individuals by मान ले you are born in a village, so which consider even uh, intercaste marriage, intercaste marriage as immoral. This happens in states like Haryana, Rajasthan, etc. Generally speaking, intercaste marriage is considered as wrong. So then you came to Delhi and you started seeing so many ऑफ फ्रेंड्स इंटरकास्ट मैरिज कर रहा है, कोई इश्यू नहीं है, देन यू change your opinion with new knowledge. Morals of individual may change over time. You consider भाई गांव में फालतू ऐसा ही इंटरकास्ट का बड़ा इश्यू बनाया हुआ, इधर तो कोई इश्यू नहीं है, लोग दे आर डूइंग इंटरकास्ट मैरिजेस एंड दे आर लिविंग हैप्पीली, सो नो इश्यू एट ऑल. सो morals guided by individual choice and they lack objectivity. So भाई अगर गांव में कुछ ऑब्जेक्टिविटी तो है नहीं, मतलब that is there is no rationality, right? So with new knowledge you are changing it. Same with alcohol also. In घर में पड़े हुए, so घर वाले बोल रहे हैं कि दारू पीना गलत है, दारू पीना गलत है, ये वो, and you came to Delhi and you are seeing everyone is drinking alcohol, it's not an issue, once in a while they are celebrating, so you also changed your morals and you started drinking alcohol. So morals can be changed with new knowledge. On the other hand, ethics have an element of reasoning and critical analysis for arriving at acceptable or unacceptable conduct or decision. So ethics are externally imposed and thus tend to more consistent and objective. So on the other hand, so ethics is society का ethics, उनको change करना मुश्किल है and उनको accept भी करना है, तो there has to be some logic. See, if people in rural areas are considering alcohol as unethical and set a standard, why? Because they have seen people in the past who consumed alcohol and destroyed their life. So ethics have an element of reasoning and critical analysis for arriving acceptable conduct or decision. Because of this reasoning, by consuming alcohol, many people have ruined their life. So with this reasoning and critical analysis, they have arrived at acceptable conduct or decision. So to change that at the societal level is very difficult. So ethics are externally imposed, society imposed, and thus tend to be more consistent and objective. By objective इधर से आ रहा है, ठीक है? So they are difficult to change. Even if you want to change, it takes time, because to form those customs, it took some time. It has some logic. So that is what the difference between ethics, morals, and ethics. So morals are individual, varies from person to person, okay? And once a person is introduced with new knowledge, he can change his or her morals. On the other hand, ethics being societal, okay, formed by society over time, okay, varies from society to society, okay, and reasoning they are little bit difficult to change. So अगर ethics भी change कर सकता है, change हो सकता है. We have seen how Raja Ram Mohan Roy has changed the ethics of society, but it is difficult because you need to change group of individual, not one individual. एक को change करना आसान है, ठीक है, group को change करना मुश्किल है. So changing morals can happen, changing ethics can also happen, ठीक है, changing laws also can happen, but morals change करना is bit easy and ethics change करना is bit difficult and laws change करना is bit difficult, because you need to set ethics and you need to approval of government to form laws. So that is difference between morals and ethics, right? Then now let's see differentiate between ethics and laws. Ethics and laws. So we have seen morals, ethics, laws, how there is. So now let's see laws. So laws are what? System of rules and regulations set up by legislative bodies to regulate the actions of people. So laws क्या है? Laws are laws framed by government, that is legislative bodies, system of rules and regulations set up by to regulate actions of people. जैसे प्रिवेंशन ऑफ करप्शन एक्ट, भाई करप्शन करना गलत है, सो करप्शन को रेगुलेट करो, रोको, ठीक है, राइट? एंड टेक एनी लॉ इज व्हाट? टू रेगुलेट द एक्शंस ऑफ पीपल ओनली. सी जुवेनाइल जस्टिस, ठीक है, punishment to rape is to regulate rape, to control, to eliminate or to punish those who involved in rape. So laws are set of rules and regulations, and if you see, laws are nothing but what? Minimum ethical standards, minimum ethical standards set up by up by society. By society, or set up minimum ethical standards of society set up by government through laws and regulations. That is laws, minimum ethical standards of society with the backing of government. That is law, right? To regulate by ethics क्या करती है, मिनिमम एथिकल स्टैंडर्ड्स टू रेगुलेट भाई ये चीज करी या तो पनिशमेंट मिलेगा, ठीक है, ठीक है. ऑन द अदर हैंड एथिक्स और मॉरल्स, ठीक है, एथिक्स आर सेट ऑफ प्रिंसिपल्स और स्टैंडर्ड्स दैट ए सोसाइटी प्लेसेस अपॉन इटसेल्फ to guide its choices, actions, and behavior. So, ethics ka definition, set of standards that a society places upon itself, we have already discussed. Then, law is a formal instrument of behavior control. By formal instrument, kyo? Because it has backing of the government. It is framed on formal level. And on ethics is informal instrument because there is no formal thing. Informal society is ये नहीं कि यही ethics है, यही ये करना है, ये नहीं करना है, ठीक है. Ethics is informal and it is formal. Formal is set by the government. Then laws work on evidence. Without evidence, law cannot punish someone. ठीक है भाई, evidence चाहिए. Say if you are involved in corruption, you need evidence. Say someone is involved in murder, there has to be evidence. Someone is involved in some crime, there has to be evidence. So with law cannot punish someone without evidence. And ethics works on intuitive appeal more than evidence. Intuition, भाई क्या सही है क्या गलत है, इंट्यूटिव अपील पे वो होगा. वायलेशन ऑफ लॉ में इन्वॉल्व पेनाल्टी और पनिशमेंट. भाई यू विल गो टू जेल इफ यू वायलेट द लॉ, ठीक है, पनिशमेंट और पेनाल्टी और फाइन. इफ यू वायलेट ट्रैफिक लॉस देन यू विल गेट पेनाल्टी. Not adhering to ethics may not involve penalty or punishment. See, if you are drinking alcohol against the society ethics, what punishment is there? There is no punishment. ज्यादा से ज्यादा you are made to guilt. गलत किया वो guilt हो सकता है, और normal punishment और penalty नहीं है, ठीक है. So that's what it is. Then law is enforced by various agencies through court of law. Obedience of law occur due to fear of being punished. Law will be by courts are there, police are there, they various agencies and courts, and obedience of law occur due to fear of being punished. On the other hand, ethics are enforced in an informal manner through guilt and shame. See, so ethics enforce. See, you don't drink alcohol in your village because गांव वाले तुम्हें ये मानेंगे कि ये बिगड़ा हुआ है, ठीक है, और they will shame you for drinking. You feel guilt if you drink alcohol in front of your parents. You feel guilt कि यार गलत किया, पेरेंट्स के सामने नहीं पीना था. So that is the ethics. So ethics is enforced by an informal manner through guilt and shame. And obedience of ethics occur due to operation of guilt and shame, comma social boycott. Social boycott करेंगे कि भाई घर वाले तुमसे बात करना नहीं करेंगे. And if you do intercaste marriage, so that's what ethics play. So social boycott होगा. So that's why you won't involve in intercaste marriage, right? So that is ethics. So ethics use guilt and shame, ठीक है, guilt and shame, social boycott, etc., etc. So that is the thing. So law and ethics का difference. Then law is technical in nature, thus need advocates to argue the case and judge to adjudicate it. See, this is general point. By technical है, you need advocates and you need judges. Morals and ethics are simple and easy because भाई दारू पीना गलत है, दारू पीना सही है, सोसाइटी के हिसाब से क्या है, simple and easy to understand, and they do not need expert mediation to secure justice. ठीक है. Then getting justice in court of law is time and cost intensive process. Getting justice through ethics and morals is time and cost effective process. भाई you मान ले you did intercaste marriage, so they are doing social boycott, right? So this is like immediately they do, right? So this is ethics implement करना is easy. Time कुछ cost कुछ है ही नहीं. So you drink alcohol in front of your parents, they scold you, ठीक है, that's it. They और मारेंगे, थप्पड़ मारेंगे, उससे ज्यादा क्या, instantly justice या कुछ मिलेगा. So that is the thing. Then law can cover only limited number of behaviors. By law, ये सही है, ये गलत है, ये so limited number of behaviors because they are minimum set of standards set up by the society. On the other hand, ethics or morals cover broad spectrum of behaviors. Okay, so there is a saying, where law ends ethics begin. Where law is silent, ethics play important role in deciding right and wrong. Example, marital rape. So there is no law regarding marital rape in India, but where law is silent, where law ends ethics begin. So based on ethics, we know rape is rape, rape is wrong. In fact, even if you are married, rape is wrong. So marital rape. So morals and ethics help us deciding even marital rape is wrong, even if there is no law. So where law is silent, ethics begin. Where laws are not there, where laws cannot be applied, there we use ethics. So that's why ethics is important, right? So that is it. So that's it for today's class. In today's class, we discussed about morals, ethics, and laws, and differences and connection between morals, ethics, and laws. So in tomorrow's class, we'll discuss about values. In next class, we'll discuss about values, and we'll discuss few questions in next class. So we'll start with answer writing in the next class. So PYQs discuss करेंगे कैसे आंसर लिखना है क्या लिखना है वो नेक्स्ट क्लास से we'll start it. So that's it for this class. See you in the next class. Bye.